only have one question. And that question is, which one was better? The Avengers Age of Ultron or Mad Max? That's a tough question. Mad Max Fury Road. 2015 is just, I'm telling you guys, it is filled with movies, and every week this month is always something good, except for last week. Last week sucked. But man, we had Pittsburgh 2. It was good. And then we had this. Wow! That was so much better than I thought it was going to be. So Mad Max stars Tom Hardy, who is Mad Max. He's Max. This is actually not a reboot, I would call it. I would say it's a sequel to Mad Max 3. I mean, it literally picks up kind of where Mad Max 3 kind of left off. So I'm going to call this a sequel. So pretty much Mad Max 4, Fury Road. And so Max is pretty much, he's crazy, he's insane, he's starting to lose in the very beginning of this movie, and then he gets kidnapped by these crazy people who all wear white makeup, and they're really crazy, and they're starving for water and land and all kinds of stuff, and all of a sudden, Charlize Theron is part of this group, and then she like kind of tricks them and takes his women and their oil away from this big menacing guy with a mask who talks like Bane a little bit. Get the joke, because Tom Hardy was Bane, and Bane was he's in the movie. You get it. And so they're all going after him, and Tom Hardy pretty much just gets tangled with Charlize Theron. I won't spoil how he does, but he gets tangled with them, and now he's just on with the ride. He's just helping her out, and they're trying to get to this place, which I will not spoil. I will not spoil any of that, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you like action movies, and you've said every action movie this year, or any action movie past years has sucked, well, guess what, guys? Go see this movie, and I promise you, you will say this is the best, one of the best action movies you've ever seen. I've only been alive for 15 years, and this is a movie, when I watch it, I knew that this director said, alright, we're making an action movie, and I want every shot to be wide, and I want every action scene, every shot, to be noticed. And I love that. George Miller made this movie twice as better. The directing is seriously the best, some of my best parts in this whole movie. The camera was used great, and the gritty, intense, like this is a crazy movie, and the directing is perfect. It is perfect. Tom Hardy as Mad Max was perfectly fine. Even though he doesn't say a lot in the movie, when he does say, he talks like this, he really talks like this, and he talks in his kind of a Bane voice, but he's talking in a different way. I am Max. Like, he talks like that, and he doesn't even say a lot in the movie, but I still liked him, you know why? Because he's a badass, that's why. Charlize Theron, she almost steals the show. She only has one arm, and her robotic arm is pretty freaking cool. Her name is Furiosa, whatever. She's a cool character, and she was really interesting. The villain, I have no idea what his name was. They kept doing this, like, ah! They said his name 1,000 times, but it was so hard to understand. The guy with this mask, he talks like this, and he has his little mask on. He was scary when I first saw him. I was like, dang. He's a great villain, and honestly, I could almost put him right like under Ultron, because those two villains are going to battle each other out as best villain of the year. Overall, though, this movie is insane. If you can't handle adrenaline and crazy and all kind of stuff, you might not like this movie. I will lie, when I walked in this movie, that was my biggest problem. I didn't want this movie to be energized and all that stuff, but it worked. It made the movie better, and that was my biggest problem. And you know what? It made the movie better. It's just the action scenes, the cars flipping, that is what you go to see. The performances are fine. Charlize Theron, Tom Hardy, the main villain guy, whatever his name was. The kid from X-Men, who was this, he was also a crazy guy and everything stuff. He was really crazy in the beginning. Toward the middle of the movie, you actually started to like him. I like his character, because I like when movies do that. Make a character you really hate, and you're like, just die. And toward the end of the movie, you're like, I really like him. But overall, there's some unpredictable deaths in this movie too, and I actually like that a lot too. Overall though, I love this movie. Honestly, it's almost just it's like pretty much as good as Avengers. Some people have said this is the best film ever of the year, of all time. It is one of my favorite action movies of all time now. I'm being dead serious. If I ever did top 10 action movies, this would be my top 3, I promise you. It's just the directing, the camera work, the intensity, the characters. It's just great, and I love it. So to give this movie a score, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. It deserves that rating. It deserves everything. Give it your money. Go see Pittsburgh 2. That's fine. Go see that. It's actually a really funny movie. Go see The Avengers. That's a really good movie. Go see this. This is the best action movie you'll see all year. I promise you that. And it's a great movie. I will buy it on Blu-ray, and I might even buy a damn poster because it is such a good movie. Anyway guys, if you guys enjoyed this movie review, sorry it's a day late. I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.